Hello, my fellow citizens of the 7th universe. My name is Naya, a player 2 if you wish to be specific, or otherwise known as
Hello, my fellow citizens of the 7th universe. My name is Pat, player 2 if you wish to be specific, and welcome to
a update video, or an update video entitled My Story. So, as many of you have been here, you probably have noticed there's been a lot of different changes happening. In terms of my own self, and the fact that I'm even uploading on this channel again. I know, crazy. I've already explained what's been going on in the past couple of videos, but I wanted to just dive down and talk a little bit more about what has happened in the past few years, because a lot of people maybe don't know what happened, and all of a sudden I'm this completely different character. I still see comments being like, did Pat sell his channel to someone? I'm like, no, it's still me. But I wanted to explain my story. Also, to give anybody else who is in my situation a little bit of just a reminder that you're not alone in this. Alright, so I guess I'll probably start around the time that I originally stopped uploading on this channel. So I was still at this time doing daily uploads, trying to do double uploads every day, revolving around Roblox and Minecraft, as many of you probably already know. I was doing some stuff that I personally just fell out of doing because it was mostly just something that I've just constantly been doing for many years. And I wasn't happy with the content I was making. During this time, too, you'll probably realize that some things in my personal life started changing. Around this time, too, I developed my OC named Cassandra, which was a cat girl. Originally, she was just supposed to be a mascot, and that was pretty much it. Because, well, I just like having mascots, and I like cute girls. So I had a cute mascot named Cassandra. Some people know who that is, probably recognize it from the fairy tale RP that myself and Mitch did many, many years ago. And basically, that character turned more from a mascot into me, if that kind of makes sense. Eventually, she became a more personified version of myself, and all of a sudden, a lot of things that I did on this channel revolved around that particular character. So I always had a girl character, always had purple hair. All of a sudden, my Roblox characters were girls. All of a sudden, my Minecraft skins were girls. My profile pictures turned into girls. It was all of a sudden a change, which I didn't realize what that change actually was until later on in my life, which I am still adjusting to said life. But basically, during this time when I originally was not doing well mentally, I took a break from this channel. Originally, my first break from this channel. I had took many breaks, but this was the first one. I took one because I decided that I wanted to stick more to creating stories. So I made my other channel, which was Player 2 spelled backwards with the name Roleplays in front of it. Now it's that with official instead of Roleplays in front of it due to my TikTok, but that's another story. I made a lot of stories in terms of just Minecraft RP. I was part of a group called Origins MCRP, where we did a lot of different RPs based around mythological things, supernatural, anime, you name it. And I had an amazing time doing that. That's where my focus was for a very, very long time. Until, well, I started feeling a little bit different. Now, originally, I didn't realize what this was because I was still making videos. And I was still being happy about those videos. But personally for myself, I never fully was happy with myself. It just felt like there was this void that just was stuck there, no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how much work I produced, no matter the effort I gave, it just wasn't enough. And I always just thought that in the past, my solution to this was just work harder. You'll be fine. And all of a sudden, that particular solution was not working anymore. Working harder drained myself. And all of a sudden, working harder and harder and harder, I burnt myself out to the point where I didn't even know if I wanted to continue content creating anymore. But there was something else that was also making me super, super just down in the dumps and not knowing what's going on. And that was myself. Because many, many years, ever since I moved out of my parents' house, I didn't really focus on myself that much. I focused on my brand, my channel, and my online name. I didn't really focus on myself at all. Everything that I did was for my channel. Everything that I did was for my brand. So there was this emptiness where I didn't really know what to do. I just didn't. I couldn't pinpoint exactly what the problem was. I literally couldn't figure out anything. So what did I do? Well, I took a little bit of a break and did some stuff mentally for myself, where I kind of just sat back for a few months and really thought about myself. And I came to the conclusion that I was trans. Kind of crazy how that turns out, you know? Now, this part gets kind of confusing if you aren't trans yourself or haven't questioned your sexuality or your gender ever. This part of me, I was scared and figuring it out. The minute I left my parents' house, I knew something was up with me, but I never really focused on it because of the fact that, well, my entire lifestyle, my entire everything I did was for this particular channel. So I didn't really think about it myself, but I knew something was up with me from the moment that I started remembering things when I was a very, very, very small kid. I thought about to myself, like, I always saw myself as a guy. I did. But at the same time, I always wished I wasn't a guy. I just didn't. Like, every time I would wake up and I'd see, like, the girls doing something, I would want to be a part of that. But because of the whole masculinity that society has taught us, I suppressed it for a very, very, very long time. Even IRL right now, I still suppress it. But I suppressed it a lot, where if I had those thoughts, I would do it either, I would think about that stuff either in secret, or I just would say, that's not okay. And I would just push myself away and go do something else and try to distract myself from those thoughts. I didn't realize how much that was eating me in the back of my head. I didn't realize that whatsoever until, well, like I was saying before, when I was in this, like, really depressed state. I started thinking more about myself, and those thoughts started coming back. And all of a sudden, instead of feeling like I had to suppress those and run away from them, they were kind of like a sense of comfort to me, where that's who I wanted to be. What's this person that my kid self dreamed of being? But it took a long time for me to finally open up and say that that was that. I didn't really have any resources. I didn't even have any trans friends. The only trans people I knew were content creators that I watched for just behind the scenes while I was working. So I didn't have any real support. I mean, obviously, Ray, who was my girlfriend at the time, she's my fiance now, before you start asking questions, yes, we're still together. She didn't really, it's not like she didn't support me. She 100% support me. It's just I didn't know how to bring it up to her, knowing that I was her boyfriend for a very long time at this time. And I just didn't know until, well, I started researching and started looking up things. And then I started clicking things like, oh, this is true. Yeah, I did think about this. Or I did wish this. Or I did wonder what this was. And then all of a sudden, I started putting two and two together. And then I was like, whoa, So that's why I've been depressed this whole time. Yes, and it was just all that depression was kind of gender dysphoria in disguise. Not saying that the depression wasn't still there, regardless of gender dysphoria. I still like that was a main cause of it. And after I figured out that that was the case, well, I started being way more happier with myself. I felt amazing doing things. And I just wanted to keep going down this path. Yeah, I knew that it was going to be tough for me because everybody knew me online as Pat, or player to spell backwards. Nobody knew me as a girl. Nobody knew it. And I was scared. I was very, very scared of the reactions from my own community and the reactions for the rest of the internet. Because, God, we know just how the internet feels about trans people sometimes. So, instead, I suppressed it for a very long time. And because I was very scared of how that would change my career. And now, after that I did come out, I feel so happy about the content I make now. I mean, for crying out loud, I stream every single day and I have the best time of my life over there. And I'm starting to record videos again for here. And it's so much fun. Like, I'm starting to remind myself what I used to do back in the day. And I miss it and I love it. It does feel different because, you know, I'm not really the different person, but it's just like, you know, another face on the screen that I'm not used to yet. But it makes me happy. And that's why I came out as trans just under a year ago. Actually, for crying out loud, it's about 3 weeks away from my 1 year of being announced as trans. Because I came out as trans last June 1st in 2022, and the first day of Pride Month. And yeah, it's already been a year. Kind of crazy to think about. But I just felt so good about myself. Like, I feel happy. I really do. So that's why, too, when I see some comments here and there that says that I am this, like, terrible person online, or I should never be, like, you know, like, they're wishing the worst things upon me. I don't really care that I used to care because I always valued everybody's comments and I always wanted to make people happy. But now these days, I just want to make myself happy. And if people are upset about the way that I present myself online, well, it kind of sucks for them because I'm happy. And if that makes them upset, well, hopefully they can find something that makes them happy instead. There's always something out there that makes people happy. So hopefully they find it. And what does that mean for the future for me? So the future for me right now is, well, continue being me. I mean, that's easy enough to say. But I also am planning to at least try my best this year to get on hormones and really push myself and to become a lot more feminine. I know that it's going to be kind of a interesting path of myself once I go down these hormones path, but I feel like that is the appropriate way that I want to go about things. So that's me right now. I still don't really look that feminine outside of the screen that you're looking at right now. I mean, you probably you could, if you remember what I looked like in webcam series, just have that but longer hair. That's pretty much what I look like. I haven't really changed my appearance that much, except I have the longest hair I've ever had in my life. But besides that, like, I don't really look like it. I know mentally I am there, which is why I want to go towards and getting hormones and really, really pushing myself to become the person I want to be more. I don't know if I'll ever get surgery because I live in America and yeah, that stuff's scary. Anytime a hospital bills just makes me want to sweat. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet, but we'll see in the future. We'll see. I have a lot of friends of mine that I have warmed up to in the past year that are trans and have gone through surgeries and have gone through hormones, and so I know what goes on and everything. But I'll tackle it when it comes from mine. In the meantime, though, as I've said multiple times in this video, I feel happy about myself. Especially right now. I definitely do feel happy about myself and how I present myself. There's still a lot for me to learn. There's still a lot for me to do to accept myself even more. But for right now, I feel great. And I'm just happy to be back uploading these videos for you. So I'll make sure to go back to it. Make sure I upload all the time. Make sure I continue doing streamings, TikTok, shorts, you freaking name it. And I just hope that you will join me in the adventure. I say that a lot on this channel, but I really hope you do. And if this is the end of our journey together, I wish you nothing but the best. But I do hope you do stick around. Especially if you're into the type of content that I've made in the past. It's still me. It's still me. Just a little different face. And my voice changed a bit. But that's kind of it. So, yeah. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch me. And watch this video. I have no idea how long this is because I kept cutting it in and out because my roommate, Crazy Mitch 42, decided to get lunch during this. And my office is right next to the front door. So, Uber Eats, right? But yeah, thank you guys again for joining me. I'm excited to upload more videos here in the future. I'm going to make it more consistent coming up soon. And just thanks for being here again. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. And, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right? Take care.